is descriptive work. So, so the scholar has to ensure, with the help of the supervisor, that the topic which he or she has selected, it is suitable, it is appropriate to the doctoral level, it is not just an ordinary type of study or a topic which would just qualify to be written as a simple or a medium level professional level. Now, now immediately what I am emphasizing is that the topic should have criticality and insightfulness. That is the depth of it. What are the insights which are involved? It is there that your scholarship is evidence. It is witness. The topic has to be precise and specific. When it goes to the board of faculty or goes to the academic process, people who belong to the subject area, they should be clearly able to see that what is the area in which the student wants to work on. A PhD topic is never in generic tone. It is not a textbook chapter written in a very, very loose and generic way, like the role of agricultural in rural development, like the NPA problem of commercial banks, like the comparative study of public sector and the private sector banks with regard to the deployment of credit, or for example, the best HR practices in IT organizations. See, these are the topics which hardly convey anything. They miss the third dimension. Or, for example, a study of imports and exports of India, a study of India's foreign trade. This is a textbook chapter. The point is that if you are making a study of exports, it is which particular aspect, which particular commodity groups, which particular analytical aspect which you want to study and why you want to study. Have other people not studied very recently? Or you have something new to say? You have some new hypothesis in the mind which you want to test? Or there is some theory which is circulating today and you want to see whether this theory has the necessary evidence or not? Whether the trade realities they conform to the theory, and if they conform to the theory, fine, it stands validated. If it does not conform to the theory, then you give the reasons that why the theory is not good. Are the assumptions on which it is built, are those assumptions not
a participant has joined the meeting?
Applicable in certain types of economies and not in an economy which is developing like us? So that is the thing. That I will return to these questions a little later, but let me share with you more on finding it. Now, if you look into the spirit of doctoral research, one thing you will always find that whatever you do, you see it is the highest degree in academics. There are certain, of course, degrees which we call the postdoctoral work, or DLED degrees are also there, but the distinction between PhD and DLED is very easy. So I prefer to call PhD as the highest academic degree in the world. So let us not go into that. But I am only saying that this is a highly responsible degree. One thing which every scholar should ask himself or herself is that with this topic which I am going to undertake, is it going to contribute to the existing state of knowledge? Is it if for example you are talking about HR productivity, any topic which relates to HR productivity, are can you are you sure that it will expand the existing state of knowledge? Whatever is known today, does it go beyond that? Or if there are, this is one way. Now, what are the ways in which a topic can contribute to the existing state of knowledge? First of all, one way of doing this is that there are certain facts and theories which are known to the academic world. In every subject, whether it is marketing, HR, finance, there are a number of theories which are there. And people have tested out theories and empirical evidence has also come on that, many of them. So my question is that if you also take the same work, are you, through your work, are you giving a new interpretation to the results which are already known? Are you giving a new interpretation to already known facts? Let me give you an example. Let us take the case of stock market. Everybody knows in elementary finance we know that there are we are conducting the fundamental analysis and there are you see the speculative forces you see which are playing their role. And let us say that you have conducted use some statistical method and said that well it is that in typical Indian environment 20% is due to the fundamental reason and 70% is due to the speculative reasons. I am not certain because the books they say that partly it is a result of speculation and partly because of the economic necessity. But if you are saying, if you are relating the tools of behavioral finance and using it as an explanation to explore the speculative component of the stock market variations, then I am interested. Then I am interested. I am listening to you. I want to know that how you have studied the behavioral approaches in finance, or you are applying them, and when you have applied them, was your method of data collection appropriate? The tools of analysis were appropriate. So in that way, the investor psychology how it was factored in. So if your approach is scientific, then I am perfectly okay with this this approach that you are applying certain approaches of behavioral finance to explain the stock market variance. Sometimes the economy is going down, the growth rate is going down, the results are not good, but stock market is rising. Now this is a paradox. Now if there is a study, I'm only taking as an example. If there is a study which takes the statistics and record of say over the last 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. I'm not interested in that. Over a certain you have selected certain episodes where you saw that fundamentals are going weak, but the stock market is going up. So obviously it is the speculative factor. Now the point is how the sentiment can be strong when the fundamentals are weak. Now, if you take 10 episodes and make a crisp analysis into that when the fundamentals are going weak, stock market is rising, you are now applying the tools of behavioral finance and explain the paradox. If you are able to do this, I will give you 10 out of 10 marks and I will say that this is a wonderful work. It has been heavily researched and as a topic of research, this is a great topic. I am very much interested in you. I want to, in fact, I would like to recruit you as a faculty member in my institute. You are great. Okay. So, similarly, in the field of marketing, in the field of interview, there has to be some element of newness, innovativeness. It is here that the role of supervisor comes. A scholar who is only teaching BBA classes or who has been teaching MBA classes for only 2 or 3 years, who has not even written a paper, who is not exposed to the latest literature, but is wanting to join a PhD program, then the burden on the supervisor is greater. Now, he has to do a lot of hand holding with the supervisor, but if with the scholar has qualified the examination, he has been selected, now he is entitled to receive the supervisor. Now, the finance faculty to whom that particular scholar will be allocated, that faculty member will have to have longer and several sessions with that scholar to bring him to a level of thought where his thinking is set in motion. A good supervisor will never give you a ready-made heading. Never, because if he does that, if the topic comes on a plate, the supervisor, the scholar is deprived of an opportunity to think and hammer out the topic. He would say that it has been given by the supervisor, so therefore I am going. So this is like killing the intellect of the scholar.
Has joined the
Scholar should
meeting.
never see the ready-made. The scholar should never ask for the ready-made topics and never make a request for that. He should take the thoughts, bring the literature to the supervisor, and the main role of the supervisor supervisor is to energize the thoughts of the scholar. That is the real contribution, and let him do the work. Because a supervisor, the main purpose is to generate the critical thinking of the scholar. Now, we were talking of that the topic should expand the existing statement. Now, the next way of doing this is that in any of the area, there is a
Has
long
left the
chain of
meeting.
tourist period of time. If you talk of marketing, you take for example the supply chain model, you take for example the advertising, or you take certain selling model. They have evolved over a period of time, maybe over the last 150 years. You can select a model from there, study the major theories which have been put forward, and you can do a wonderful critique of that by talking to a lot of people and saying that how this thought has evolved, how earlier we were just talking of the transportation thing, and we start talking of distribution. Now we have started talking of supply chain, and in the process, the vision has broadened, and now there are international supply chains. Now these supply chains are then getting linked to a number of other factors. If you could read the emergence of the modern thought in this and do a critique of that and set up your own model and theory, your PhD work is done. There is no data, there is no statistical tool. The whole thing is built on your thought. You studied a lot, studied their empirical evidence, and finally you ended up. So this requires lot of brain work when you do. I know that many people have done work on the critique of the business planning model. Many people have done a lot of work on, you see, the business continuity model or even feasibility models, how to test the feasibility, even the productivity growth models, how they evolved, and then you develop your own.
दो नंबर पत्ते किनारे पत्ते
And you
पूरा
and then
पत्ते पचास ऊपर
then
पत्ते
logically on the logical plane.
हाँ
One
थोड़ा सा
that PhD work or any research
ये
work,
प्रसंगान की ये सॉरी ये पढ़ रहे
analyzing it, giving the results, drawing policy conclusions, implication, and all that. This is not a brain in which the body is knowing that it has to flow in the same way. The broad purpose is to, and in fact, this is one of the very now if you look at hypothesis in finance, the hypothesis in finance. This was and these authors, if you original article, were in 1940, the Journal of Finance. So after that, a lot of empirical evidence was generated. People said it is working, some said it is not working. But when the tree was built, it was built on the basis of a number of earlier finance models which were available in the market, and they came out. And you know that today every textbook in the world, you see, it contains this hypothesis, which is on the structure of capital, cost of capital, and structure of capital. The students of finance development. Now, another way in which the topic which you are selecting is supposed to make a contribution to the existing knowledge is that there are certain theories which are there, and your work is
Has
on
joined the
how
meeting.
to or apply the theory in the real world situation. Many of the theories, the models which are available in the market, which we study in the literature, they are not utilized. How they will
Has
how
left the
they
meeting.
would apply. That has not been explored. But if you are planning into your work, there is a theory which you think is very bright, very brilliant, or it can be, let us say that there is a sales model which is available in the textbook, which has been very recently developed. Fine. It was constructed on certain premises. It was constructed on certain assumptions. So it's a whole theoretical construct which was given to you. And the author says that, well, that if this approach to selling is used, the selling results would be less. No, it is here that your work starts. You want but to connect the theory with the application. Or your work is now you start working on that how the elements of the how the how the construct of the theory can be made applicable. This we call operationalization of the theory. Or you can make this theory apply just as first of all a principle of physics evolves. Okay, and some people do innovation on that, then it becomes a part of technology, and then the production starts. Okay, so it is like a connecting the principle of science to actual production. Similarly, here is a thought in international business that there is a thought on globalization. The point is, and that globalization model says that this is a model which that particular author has developed with reference to the developing country. That if the developing countries adopt this model of globalization, then if you open up the economy, it will be beneficial for the country rather than adverse for the country. This I am particularly saying that a few days back the government said, you see, that we should go towards self-reliance. Okay, so there is Atam which is being talked about. It is very recent in this month itself, and it was declared by the Prime Minister that for now this will set a strategy of growth for the future. Fine, it's a great idea. Now, this is a model. If you go into the literature, you will find that there are many models of self-reliance. People related with self-sufficiency, self-sustainability, and then they are saying that self-reliance need not be the opposite of globalization. That is, we can have a model of self-reliance which promotes globalization, but this is a strategy to achieve globalization through which you can ensure the development of your own economy. Now the question is that if you select a topic in which you take a particular theory which is available in the market, and now you are seeking to operationalize it in the practical world. If you are able to connect the theory with the practical world, your job is done. You get full marks out of that. It is wonderful. And this requires a lot of brain work, focus, focus, nothing like that. So, and, and, and yes, then there is a very popular category of researches in which there are existing theories and you are only developing evidence of that. So there is a theory which is there in literature, and you want to find evidence from the market that whether you really find evidence with reference to the theory or not. If the evidence is found, then you support it. If it is not found, then you give the reasons that why it is that a theory they said that this thing will happen, but actually it is not happening in the market. So this is a paradox. So you explain that why this theory is not working. What are the things which are assumptions in the theory and they are not being found in the real market. So therefore that is the reason. So so that way you are generating empirical evidence and doing analysis of that. It is a perfect case of a PhD. So while these are the things to be kept in my mind, then let us come to then how to decide that what should be the topic, what should be the topic. Now we have known that what a good research topic contains, what should be its style, what is it which it seeks to achieve. Now this thing is known to me. Now I want to know that how I should decide what should be the topic. Of course, I am not conducting an astrologer on that. I am not requesting anyone to give me a line so that I copy it and start working on it. बहुत सारे स्कॉलर्स कहते हैं ऐसा अगर आप हमें टॉपिक बता दीजिए हम इस पे काम करना शुरू कर देंगे. Absolutely not acceptable because the whole thesis is the scholar's contribution. This is the intellectual property of the scholar. Supervisor is a resource. He is your helper. He is your guide. He is holding your hand. So he wants to take you through. His name is associated with, but he is not the co-author. He is not the co-author, remember. So, good and responsible supervisor, he will motivate you, he will give you the direction, he give you the ideas for thought, but ultimately you have to bring the ideas in action. If you are able to do that, you will have a lot of opportunity to think, to analyze, and in the process you are making a lot of academic progress. First of all, let me tell you, when you want to decide a topic, the ideas, you got to have ideas.
अनमोल का फोन था
Number,
अनमोल का
number two, the ideas do not come out of thin air. सपने नहीं आते हैं आइडियाज के ऊपर, नेवर. आइडियाज कहाँ से आते हैं? आइडियाज कैसे आएंगे? They come through the study of literature, they come through your academic interactions, whether you are attending conferences, and even now I am talking to you, this should give you several ideas. ये आइडियाज आपको आते हैं जब आप पीयर ग्रुप में डिस्कस करते हैं, when you read a lot, when you listen a lot, when you reflect a lot, whatever you have read, whatever you have spoken to you, you must sit quietly at some corner of your house and think upon that. If you are not a thinker, you cannot be a PhD scholar. Okay, so you must sit quietly. If you do that, if you read a lot, you discuss a lot, you think a lot. If that happens, then you will be able to find a topic which is visible, which is innovative, which is useful, and you will always be able to write down what is the expected contribution of your work. If now all of you are doing the PhD you are at the different levels, so I don't know in which areas you are working. If I ask you that whatever topic you are working on, you write 6 lines on the expected contribution of your work, so that I can see that whether there are elements of criticality and innovativeness in this. Will it be useful or not? You will have, I am sure that many of you will have to struggle a lot, and you will sit down to write 7-8 sentences highlighting the expected contribution of your work. Expected contribution, not that if I want to say that role of this and that role of this and that, not like वो आप तो लिख दोगे कि इसका ये role हम देखना चाहते हैं. So if I tell you that I want to know your expected contribution from the point of view of innovativeness, originality, and usefulness, these are my 3 criteria, then you will have to think a lot that what would be this. So therefore, it is here that all the things which I want to say with regard to the selection of a topic for research. And let me tell you that once the topic for research is decided, it is selected, it has got to the regulatory bodies, then you can think that the train has moved out of the platform and has started its journey. Okay, the train has set in motion now. Now it has to pick up the speed. And then comes the stage number 2, which we call the literature. I told you that even you have to study a lot of relevant literature in the selection of the topic. That what is it you will work on? That is the primary purpose of that. But this literature review will help you in several other stages of your PhD. So again, I am saying the same thing. When these scholars will come to me, अभी की तो मैं आपको एक्सपीरियंस के बेस पे इसलिए कह सकता हूँ कि 32 PhD थीसिस अवार्ड हुए हैं मेरी सुपरविजन में, और 32 के 32 अवार्ड हो गए हैं. 2-3 स्कॉलर भाग भी गए, बीच में छूट गए, हुआ नहीं उनसे, बट मेजोरिटी ऑफ देम सबका बड़े अच्छे से हो गया और दे आर प्राउड ऑफ देयर PhD कोर्स. So many scholars will come to me and say, सर ये मैटर कहाँ से मिलेगा? दिस इज अ वेरी फनी क्वेश्चन कि मैटर कहाँ से मिलेगा. तो my point is, where is your search? Whereas if you have the passion, as I said in the beginning, if you are passionate and committed about your work, have you visited any library? Have you done some Google search? Did you read certain articles? Or if somebody says that I was not able to find articles on the internet, or I didn't have the time to go to library, supervisor is not supposed to go to the library on behalf of the student. So the scholar has to demonstrate a good amount of effort, which the supervisor can add something on his own. So in a literature, in a view of literature, you have to look into the resources of your you assemble your stock to make a list of the different works which have been done by the people related to this. This I call the reading stock. Not that you immediately as you get into start reading that, not do that. You identify the sources, stakeholders, get photocopies, how you sequence them, arrange them in order, classify them. This is a stage. The same review of literature it helps you to find the topic. When the topic is decided, then irrelevant literature should be ignored and new literature should be searched, and then it should be classified into different categories. For example, what are the models which people have created a critical evidence of that? What are the critical reviews of the studies which have been done? What are the different government publications which have done? What is the new data streams which have come? What are the different insights which have been provided by people? Now the even companies are doing you look at IBM, KPMG, and there are so many agencies now which are doing the data analysis and even you see the organizations they are giving that we can see insights itself is a great resource. So from Play Store you can download it and all the leading business issues in the world. See many of them they are analyzed by great experts. And Harvard Business Review it gives you very on the different aspects. So the point is
Yeah, I know.
you can
That's okay. Time without it.
find out that what are the different strands of thought, what are the you classify.
सर प्लीज ये थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्ट करा था प्लीज अब अगेन रिक्वेस्टिंग जितने भी लोग हैं पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं अपना माइक ऑफ कर लीजिए प्लीज बहुत डिस्टर्बेंस हो रही है स्पेशली एस के नाम से कोई आया तो भी आप प्लीज सभी अपने माइक को ऑफ कर लीजिए थैंक यू कंटिन्यू करिए सर सॉरी बीच में डिस्टर्ब
Hello, Jagdeep, my voice is clear.
इट्स क्लियर नाउ सर बीच में बस एक दो अनम्यूट कर देते हैं उसकी वजह से मैं उनको बीच में बोल रहा था सर बाकी क्लियर है आवाज सर बिल्कुल
Okay, fine, thank you. So now the point is the literature review. It is not that from there we will cut and paste. The literature review is that I want to know what is the state of knowledge. I told in the beginning that in a PhD program you have to make a contribution to the existing state of knowledge. So in a review of literature, I know what is the state of knowledge. In the area which I have selected, what is the work which has been done in the field. So unless I know that, how I can make a contribution? I should know that. And a review of literature, sometimes it will take 6 months. So when you do that, you must know that you have not did any major work on the subject. If you select a particular topic and some major works in the literature, you will be got the programming that how
मुझे यहाँ पे कोई पहले था मैं जब तक को सारा कॉपी जगह नोट करके रखता हूँ
all you did not include and that's very and you will be confident it will be a very tough time for the scholar to explain it. So that way you have to go through various corporate writing articles, and you have to look into many research reports and the articles, journals, and all that. This is it's not a small thing. This consumes a lot of time. That is why we say that we need a lot of persistence and patience from the scholar. And it is for this reason that the universities are giving a period of 3 or 4 years to do the PhD. It is not a 6 months. This is for a
हाँ जी योगेश जी बिल्कुल बढ़िया योगेश
and
हाँ योगेश
the
जी
beginning of the
Sir, please mute the mic.
इसमें दिए पेड़ की फीस हाँ
Sir, this is a lot of disturbance.
सारी अलग अलग
Sir, kindly check whose mic is on, sir.
अजीत विकासा
The host has to all the speaker, all the participants, the speaker is because very disturbance again and again. This some offender is there.
सभी सभी प्लीज अपना माइक ऑफ कर लीजिए प्लीज रिक्वेस्ट है अगेन आई एम रिक्वेस्टिंग प्लीज माइक ऑफ कर लीजिए सभी ओनली देन वी विल एबल टू लिसन द प्रेजेंटर प्लीज
Sir, it's a request. Kindly block the participants who are regular offenders, sir.
ठीक है ओके ठीक है मैं अभी ऐसा कोई बीच में करेगा तो मैं उसको निकाल दूंगा
Sir, because we are interested in listening, sir, and we are getting lots and lots of disturbance, sir.
प्लीज प्लीज मैं करता हूँ इसको मेरी सर प्लीज आप कंटिन्यू करिए कोई बीच में अगर करेगा तो फिर मैं उसको भी निकाल दूंगा अभी
sorry दीजिए don't give any new warning to them.
मैं करना शुरू कर रहा हूँ सर जो बीच में कर रहा है ना मैं उसको बीच में से डिस्कनेक्ट कर रहा हूँ
Please do that. I think many of the people are not used to this type of platform, so that is why they don't understand that their mic is on.
सर आप कंटिन्यू करिए मैं बीच बीच में अगर ऐसा कुछ होता तो मैं उनको डिस्कनेक्ट करता रहूंगा सर प्लीज सर
That people say something.
जी सर थैंक यू
Yes, sir. So the ultimate purpose of review of literature is there are two bases of
मेनू का है और क्या है
purposes of review. Number one, to know that
तो पहला मैं इधर
the that particular area which you have how much work has been done. Number one, and the purpose is the gaps. There are
Sorry to disturb, but then there's lot of disturbance. We just can't hear anything.
Sir, please identify कौन कर रहा है ये सब.
आप सेंट्रली इनको म्यूट कर दीजिए.
एक्चुअली क्या था वो जो यूटीसी से था उनका ऑन रह गया था गलती से वो ऑफ कर रहा हूँ बाकी सब म्यूट हो चुका है
So I said that there are four purposes of review of literature. One is to know what is the existing state of knowledge, because from where you want to take a conclusion. And the second purpose is to find out what are the gaps, what are the unresolved issues, what are the conflicts, where are the paradoxes, or where the literature has not been updated. So it is there that you find the way where you will enter. Where there are gaps, there you will enter. If you don't want to do repetitive research, if you pick up a particular area of research and then you find that exactly in that area there are 20 PhD theses, different universities, then your value is substantially lost. So if you enter an area where the work has not been recently done, or it has not been done from the point of view from which you are trying to do the work, and there is a gap in the
Participant has left the meeting.
therefore you make a contribution. This is very
Not audible, sir.
सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही बेदी सर। सर बेदी सर, बेदी सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही, कहीं गलती से म्यूट तो नहीं दब गया?
सर मैं फोन कर रही हूँ।
बेदी सर,
हेलो, हाँ जी सर। What networking is the reason?
सर
हाँ जी सर।
फोन पे बात जो कह रहे थे फोन कर रखा है, म्यूट आ रहा है का माइक
अनम्यूट है।
सर माइक म्यूट है, एक बार आप इसको अनम्यूट कर लीजिए प्लीज।
अब ठीक है
सर आगे आ रही है, बिल्कुल सही है, बिल्कुल सही है।
ठीक है
सर जी सर जी।
A participant has joined the meeting.
the view of literature that you have to find out what are the literature which is where you enter, and it is here that the value of your study comes up, that this is a gap area and here I am forward. So therefore, so that is so when you give the interview, that component are done. One the along with the major results, gaps and covered areas they have identified paradoxes and contradictions and got issues, and thirdly you are giving that what is your inherent am I clear about this? The stage number
बात कहाँ से आ रही है, कौन कौन मैंने तो सबको म्यूट कर दिया है, कौन लोग हैं जो है हाँ सर, जो प्लीज अगर अनम्यूट है प्लीज उनको चेक करने का ऑप्शन तो कर दीजिए।
सर एक मिस स्वीटी रानी है और एक भूपेंद्र जी हैं, इनके माइक कंटिन्यूसली ऑन हो रहे हैं सर।
सर तो मैं माइक ऑफ करता हूँ।
सर माइक ऑफ नहीं, इनको रिमूव कर दीजिए।
सर
स्वीटी रानी ऑल्सो इनको सर रिमूव कीजिए, दे आर डिस्टर्बिंग।
प्रीति रानी है,
स्वीटी सर, स्वीटी रानी।
हाँ, सिटी को भी कर दिया, भूपेंद्र को भी कर दिया, और कौन कौन है? हेलो? हाँ, कौन है? मीनाक्षी महिंद्रा करके कर दिया म्यूट, उसको भी कर दिया। और बताइए कौन है? हाँ, साइलेंट हो गया सारा मेरे ख्याल से। हाँ, रजिस्टर रजिस्टर all the participants, Vedi sir, please. आप सुन पा रहे हैं सर? बेदी सर, सीमा मैडम?
हाँ जी सर।
एक बार बेदी सर का माइक भी ऑन है और वीडियो भी ऑन है।
माइक ऑन है?
हाँ, माइक ऑन है।
ओके सर, फोन करते हैं सर को।
सर आप स्क्रीन पे है मैडम, आप या तो स्क्रीन ऑफ करके करें।
ऑफ करें।
Please, I'm again requesting to all the participants to be patient and बार बहुत सारे लोग जो डिस्टर्बेंस क्रिएट कर रहे हैं उनकी वजह से एक्सपर्ट्स को प्रॉब्लम हो रही है। वो इतने मतलब उनका वैल्यूएबल टाइम है, उसमें से वो अपना कीमती वक्त निकाल रहे हैं और आप लोग उनमें से जो ऑडियंस है वो आपको डिस्टर्बेंस क्रिएट कर रही है। प्लीज अगेन रिक्वेस्टिंग, otherwise I'll take action against those students who are not keeping their mic on mute as well as video on a stop mode. मैंने सबको म्यूट कर दिया है सर, जो लोग डिस्टर्बेंस कर रहे थे। जी सर, आप कंटिन्यू कर सकते हैं। हाँ जी,
आवाज ठीक आ रही है?
हाँ, आवाज ठीक आ रही है। थोड़ा सा आगे करके बोलते हैं तो आवाज अच्छा है।
अब बेहतर है?
हाँ जी सर, बेहतर है पहले से बेहतर। हाँ जी।
So now let us come over to the setting up of objectives and hypotheses. This is one of the central areas.
A participant has joined the meeting.
Which tells us that what a scholar wants usko karna kya hai. So this is known from his objectives. What is the purpose of his work, and this purpose has to be very clearly defined. So here you have to keep in mind many scholars are asking that how many objectives you should put. This is a very silly question. If you ask me, I can always write one objective, nothing more than that. Normally what happens that there is only, taking a view of the topic, there is only always a one central objective, and then there are 2, 3 or 4 supporting which we call sub-hypotheses. Sorry, when you set up the objective, it means that the objective is central to the topic. They are connected with the topic. There are many theses which are central for the question, because the title of the thesis is something else and the objectives are something else. So that confuses both the scholars and the supervisor and also the examiner. So the scholar gives a very poor image that the objectives are different from the title of the work. So ideally you can put in 3 to 5 clear objectives, yes, but there is always a central objective and then there are the of course supporting objectives which are given to that. And that central objective must correspond to the topic which I have been saying repeatedly because many scholars they make it. Now then we come to the hypothesis. First of all, I want to say academically speaking, hypothesis is not an essential part of it. If you ask me, I have never raised an objection as a examiner that why hypothesis is not there. But at the same time, there are many friends of mine who will always ask, where is the hypothesis? So, hypothesis does not reduce the value, but in many studies, it does not make any additional benefit also if the objectives are clear. The hypothesis is a statement which is normally built on the review of literature, and then this hypothesis is tested. Either it is validated or it is verified, whatever that. But if you know the basic, what is the purpose of a hypothesis? It's an objective hypothesis. The purpose of a hypothesis, then you give a statement. No, I am offended on that point. Well,
Ano,